Hello there. So my name is Michael Freely, and I am an assistant professor in precision medicine in the School of Biotechnology. I'm also the program chair of the MSc in Diagnostics and Precision Medicine. So we have a master's course, which is a hybrid learning program that details the latest advances in science, technology, and medicine, and how they are enabling diseases and conditions to be diagnosed more accurately, treatments to be approached more individually, and the identification of those who are at risk of developing a disease or a condition. Our course is offered over a 1 year full-time or up to 4 years part-time. Our course has been running since 2018 and it was the first precision medicine course for postgraduate students in Ireland. So in today's short overview, I'm going to tell you all about precision medicine. And then I'm going to tell you about the course structure in terms of how we deliver the course, the modules involved, and how we assess you. I'll then tell you how you can apply. Finally, we'll go through the career prospects and then very quickly give you some student testimonials from our graduates over the past number of years. Okay, so first of all, I'll give you an overview of what precision medicine is. Well, advances in our understanding of normal and disease states really has led to revolutionary new treatments for conditions such as cancer, inflammatory diseases, and inherited diseases. And we've certainly come a long way from the founding father of medicine, who was known as Hippocrates, where he believed that a healthy body was made up of a balanced four hues, known as phlegm, yellow bile, black bile, and blood. And an imbalance of any of these hues led to disease. For example, he believed that too much of black bile led to cancer. Of course, he was completely wrong about that. And as we've discovered more and more about the inner workings of cells and the molecular biology of cells, we have been now come into the modern molecular era where we can pinpoint the molecular aberrations that go wrong during disease and can lead to diseases such as cancer and inflammatory diseases. And with that, now we have incredible power to treat these diseases now with targeted approaches. And so we're going away from the traditional approach of the one-size-fits-all approach to treatment where everybody gets the same treatment. For example, patients with chemotherapy would traditionally always get chemotherapy, as well as other treatment modalities such as surgery and radiation therapy. But now we have very precise molecular targeted agents that can target the molecular aberration in a person's tumor and give them the best treatment approach to treat their disease. And so what precision medicine is really then, it can be summarized as both prevention and treatment strategies that takes patient variability into account. That is taking into account people's genes, their environment, and their lifestyles. And the goal of precision medicine then is to provide the right patient with the right medicine at the right time. And going away from this one-size-fits-all approach and trial and error approach to a more stratified approach. And what our course does is we integrate the latest advances in science, the latest advances in technology, together with medicine, with the goal of delivering that right medicine to the right patient at the right time. And so where has precision medicine arose from? Well, it's really arisen from increased knowledge of both healthy and disease states. We now know, for example, that breast cancer is not just a single disease, but is made up of a number of different molecular subtypes. And this was made through great research over the past couple of centuries. And certainly we now know that breast cancer is not a single disease. Here we would see a typical population of breast cancer patients. And those patients can be stratified into different subgroups, such as hormone receptor positive breast cancer, HER2 amplified breast cancer. The hormone receptor positive breast cancers account for about 2/3 of all breast cancers, whereas the HER2 amplified breast cancers account for about 15 to 20% of breast cancers. The HER2 amplified breast cancer is typically in molecular terms very, very different than hormone receptor positive breast cancer. And these two types of breast cancer are treated usually very, very differently with different types of drugs that give the patient the best outcome. And we have the third type of breast cancer, which is known as triple negative breast cancer, because it doesn't express the hormone receptors known as estrogen receptor and progesterone receptor, or the HER2 amplified gene. So the treatment for triple negative breast cancer is very different as well, typically from the top two here. And so with that, then we have this increased knowledge of the molecular biology and science behind these diseases that's integrated with technology such as diagnostics to be able to diagnose these subgroups of breast cancer more accurately, and with that, treat these patients with the latest therapies that give them the best chance of controlling and curing their disease. And precision medicine is not just restricted to breast cancer. We've seen great advances, particularly in lung cancer over the last number of years. Lung cancer traditionally would have been diagnosed as either a small cell lung cancer or non-small cell lung cancer by a histopathologist looking at the shape and the size of the cells in that lung tumor. But advances over the last number of years have led to the discovery of different subtypes of non-small cell lung cancer, for example. We now have at least 7 of these subtypes of non-small cell lung cancer with particular molecular aberrations driving these subtypes of lung cancer. And we now have great targeted therapies to precisely target these subtypes of lung cancer and give these patients the best treatment outcome for these disease. So we're seeing this shift away from the one-size-fits-all approach of treatment, such as chemotherapy, which would typically be given to lung cancer patients, to going towards more targeted therapies for subtypes of patients. And of course, diagnostics plays a very, very important role in stratifying the non-small cell lung cancers into these different subtypes. So in precision medicine, our aim really is to target the aberrant pathway in that person's tumor, that is the individual person's tumor. And this really is a tailored approach, and it is an alternative to the one-size-fits-all approach and trial and error approach, which has been done traditionally. It has been proven through clinical trials that this results in increased patient survival for all of these types of drugs I've just mentioned and approaches for breast cancer and non-small cell lung cancer. And in many cases, these targeted therapies have replaced chemotherapy for many types of cancer. And with that, of course, you have less side effects. So, of course, precision medicine has it all sorted, of course. Well, unfortunately, that's not the answer, because we do see for many other types of diseases, including cancer, but also inflammatory diseases. For example, we see this trial and error approach still ongoing. We've had a great number of therapies now to treat inflammatory disorders. However, these therapies are given to patients largely on a trial and error approach. For example, this is a patient with severe psoriasis, which is an inflammatory condition of the skin. This patient was treated with the standard of care, an anti-TNF therapy, which is its goal is to resolve that inflammation in the skin. It didn't work for this patient, so they were trialed with a different drug that targets a different approach to the inflammatory cascade. In this second drug below here targets T cells. And you can see that within actually a couple of months of treating this patient with this new FDA-approved drug, that their psoriasis resolved. So we need to go away from this trial and error approach to a more stratified approach in diseases such as psoriasis and other types of inflammatory diseases. So that's where we still need the best scientists and the best people working in technologies and the best people working in medicine to come together to give this precision medicine approach to many other types of diseases. And certainly, as you know, we haven't cured diseases such as cancer as well. There are many other challenges that remain to be addressed here. So this is what our course aims to cover. So now I'd like to go to what our course, how our course is structured. Most of our modules are delivered by DCU, but 3 of our modules on the course are delivered by our partner university, Arizona State University, through our International School of Biomedical Diagnostics. Our program is delivered via hybrid learning since 2018, and this enables flexible delivery and flexible learning. For example, many of our modules delivered from DCU are delivered from the classroom, but they're also recorded at the same time and made available online, either live or put up online later that afternoon. So this enables you to either attend the lectures in DCU if that's what you wish, or you can watch the lectures later that evening if you're attending remotely. Our online lectures from ASU, of course, are pre-recorded and available online, so you can watch those as well. And all of this flexible learning allows you to structure the course around your own life and to tailor your education according to other commitments that you may have. For example, if you're working in industry. Very quickly, I'll just go through our modules. We have 5 modules in semester 1. These are Introduction to Cell Biology and Biotechnology, Recombinant DNA Technology, Fundamental and Applied Immunology, Molecular Diagnostics, which is delivered by ASU, and then Precision Medicine 1, where we look at all the targeted therapies and diagnostics for cancer. This module is worth twice the credits compared to the other 4 modules in semester 1. In semester 2, we have Translational Bioinformatics and Applied Biostatistics, both from ASU. These are supported with tutorials at DCU by our teaching staff here. And again, those tutorials are all recorded for you. We then have Laboratory Techniques in Biomedical Diagnostics and Professional Skills for Scientists, which tells you all about those soft skills that you need to acquire for your future career. And finally, we have Precision Medicine 2, where we look at the latest therapies and diagnostics for non-cancer related conditions such as inflammatory diseases and inherited diseases. And we tell you all about this need for a precision medicine approach to treating these diseases, such as inflammatory diseases like psoriasis. After the 2 taught semesters in semester 1 and semester 2, you then progress to semester 3, which is a 12-week research project, typically based in a DCU laboratory for 12 weeks. However, if you are working in a relevant industry, we do allow you to take your project in your place of work there, subject to terms and conditions, both by your employers, but also by the program management team at DCU. In terms of how we assess your learning, we don't use final end stage written exams. We use 100% continuous assessment, and this has been in place since 2018, since we started our course. Here you'll see the latest assessments for the 5 modules from semester 1. You will see that when you start the course, you will see over the course of the semester when certain assignments are due. For example, in week 6, you have an online assessment worth 25% of module marks for molecular diagnostics, and a short assignment worth 10% of module marks for precision medicine 1. Now, this will change every year, but you will see in any one week, you will typically never have more than 2 assignments due. And with that, then you have this flexible learning where you can tailor your learning and your assessments around your other commitments. So how do you apply? Well, if you go to our course website at this link above, or you even Google the MSc in Diagnostics and Precision Medicine at DCU, that will take you to the link. You'll see the course code there for the full-time and the part-time code. You will also see my telephone number there, as well as my email address. And there's a number of icons there that you can link into to learn more about this course. So in terms of applying for the course, we require a second-class honours degree, that is a 2-1, in a life sciences discipline, or chemical sciences, pharmaceutical sciences, or indeed medical sciences. However, we do accept a person with a 2-2 second-class honours if you have relevant industry experience as well. So in terms of career prospects, well, we are now in the 4th year of our program, and our graduates to date have gone on to great and varied careers. For example, in the biopharma and pharma industry, such as Pfizer, Novartis, Bristol Myers Squibb, and PCI Pharma. Some of our graduates have gone on to the diagnostics industry, such as Leica Biosystems, which makes one of those diagnostic assays for the diagnosis of the molecular subtypes of breast cancer. Some of our graduates have gone into hospital labs to work as laboratory assistants. Some of our graduates have gone into life science companies, such as AccuScience, which is an Irish-based company. Some of our graduates have gone on to charity organizations where they're working in that as a researcher, such as the Cancer Clinical Research Trust in Ireland. A few of our graduates have gone on to pursue further research, either in DCU, for example, after they've done their master's research project in that lab, they have then subsequently applied to do a PhD in that lab, where some of our graduates are now working or undertaking a PhD in Trinity College Dublin. Finally, we've had some graduates pursue a career in medicine, so they've gone on to graduate medicine. So in terms of testimonials, we have a great number of testimonials. You'll read just some of these on our course website. For example, one student said that this is a terribly enjoyable course that provides students with up-to-date knowledge on current targeted therapies using cancer and inflammatory diseases. The course provided me with the requisite knowledge to pursue a PhD in inflammatory disease directly relating to my research project, which I undertook as part of this course. Participating in this program was the best decision I've ever made, and 10 out of 10, I will do it again. Another student said that I feel that I've gained invaluable skills that will allow me to take my career to new heights. It opened up a wide range of career options, both in academia and industry. I would highly recommend this course to anyone considering it. I always wanted to find a program that connects cancer, autoimmune disease, and genetics-based diseases all together at once, and how individuals differ in their diagnosis as well as their response to a certain drug. I'd highly recommend this course for anyone who wants to pursue a career in precision medicine, diagnostics, or biopharma. And we have many other of those there. And so just to wrap it up then, my email address is michael.freely@dcu.ie. So feel free to email me, or you'll find my phone number on the course website. Thanks for listening, and hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.